Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode. So DeFi is the new buzzword in this cryptocurrency space for more reasons than one. Is it easy money? Maybe. Is it easily hacked? You bet. So let's take a look at why everyone is so excited about it and what you should know before you jump in. So DeFi stands for Decentralized Finance. Basically, it utilizes smart contracts that allow you to leverage your crypto holdings into making more money. Basically, it's lending. Now, you're either going to be participating in this lending in a more direct fashion by directly lending your crypto to someone else and they pay you back with interest, or you participate in something like a high yield savings account where you deposit your coins onto a wallet, thus giving that platform the ability to take those coins and offer loans to other people in exchange for paying you interest that can range anywhere from like 4 to 6% interest, maybe. Keep in mind that these interest rates vary wildly. It's a new twist on the old traditional finance model, so forgive me if I'm not too excited about it. But the presumed benefit here being that the utilization of smart contracts would allow for you to still keep custodianship of your coins. You're not forking them over to some third party to take advantage. But don't you let your guard down just yet, because you'd be surprised at how many of these platforms actually require you to give them your coins. But before we get into all of that, first, let's understand that DeFi is heavily found in the Ethereum ecosystem. And it does make sense because, after all, the way, Ethereum was built and developed with the Ethereum virtual machine and this kind of sandbox of allowing people to experiment with their code, it's really helped facilitate the development of many different dApps and surrounding infrastructure. But we must keep in mind, however, that with all of this potential new activity on the Ethereum blockchain, we could be seeing something very similar to the CryptoKitty phenomenon in November of 2017, which led to a lot of activity on the Ethereum blockchain. And because they haven't yet implemented a scaling solution, we saw blockchain bloat, we saw extremely high transaction fees, and really sometimes transactions just coming to a halt because it was just getting flooded with activity. But with this particular new application of smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain, it is so new, and it is still coming with a lot of growing pains in the form of bugs in the smart contracts and the code, loopholes, the way that the code has been designed for hackers to take advantage of, maybe even to the point where they can leech money out of your pocket, or leeching money out of the smart contracts that are holding these funds, or, just kind of bleeding that platform dry to the point where they have to shut down. And it's because of this fact that I don't think we're going to be seeing a whole lot of people flooding into the Ethereum DeFi space just yet. Definitely speculation there. You never know what's going to happen. But so far, it is April of 2020. And so far this year, there have already been a handful of hacks targeting specifically DeFi applications, resulting in losses. So I'm sure, or at least I hope, that this fact would be enough of a warning for those who are looking to participate in the DeFi space of the risks that are involved. Now, I did find one website that offered an extensive list of platforms that qualify in this DeFi space. It is somewhat curated list, so not everyone or anything is going to be listed there, which is good. It offers some feedback from users, and based on the quality of comments, I'd say they seem pretty genuine. By the way, this is in no way a sponsored video by that website. They have no idea I'm making this. I just came across it on my research on this topic and thought it was valuable enough or interesting enough to want to share it with you. So that's what's happening. I will say that most of the platforms listed on this website aren't exactly under the umbrella of the DeFi space, decentralized finance. But it is nice to see, like a curated list of everything from, again, savings accounts with high yield, lending platforms, if that's what you're into, all the way to data analytics and how you can kind of compare rates of these different lending platforms or staking coins or exchanges. He also has a list of DEXs, which I love, and also, interestingly enough, insurance for protecting yourself against these faulty smart contracts. And also, what gets me most excited is he has a list of the decentralized KYC solutions, which means there is hope yet. Again, there's an ability for you to leave comments based on these platforms if you've used them. There's not a lot of comments, but the ones that are left seem to be pretty genuine and helpful, letting you know, if you should expect much out of this platform or not. Also, if you find a platform that is piquing your interest listed here and they have an interview, link to an interview of someone like the CEO, the founder, the CTO, I think it's definitely worth checking out because that would give you a great insight onto kind of, where they're at philosophically and how they're implementing that in the platforms that they're building. But before I begin to veer off topic too much, here's what I have to say about DeFi. Now, I understand that people want to make money. And I also understand an excellent way to do that is by having your money work for you. That being said, I would recommend not letting greed get the better of you to sacrifice to the point where you're sacrificing your best security practices all in an effort to make a small percentage of profit. Now, if you want to participate in these, at the very least, the bare minimum of security that you should be paranoid of is any platform that is custodial, that is requiring you to deposit your coins onto their platform. Smart contracts are different because those are executed based on, the requirements set within the framework of that smart contract. Not any one person is like control of the private keys, but there is a difference to be seen with that. But you would be surprised how many of these platforms are custodial. Additionally, I think you should be highly skeptical of any kind of required lockup period, because really, that whole thing just screams BitConnect to me. And sadly, although some of these platforms may be legit, you better believe there will be plenty of scammers sneaking in the crowd of this new hyped branch of crypto to take advantage, to be in the hype and, take your money, really. Which is why I want to remind you of those 2 tips that I just gave you on how you should still always be observing the bare minimum, really, not necessarily your best security practices, the bare minimum security practices of keeping your cryptocurrency safe, where you are in control and have custody of your cryptocurrencies, and you're not locking them up in a way that is in a super scammy way, where you kind of are forfeiting your control over your crypto as well. Additionally, that warning that these smart contracts are still very new. Many of them have bugs. They will probably always have bugs. Many of them have been designed, maybe not as thoroughly thought out as they could have been, or for whatever reason, there is some oversight, and it has included loopholes that allow hackers to take advantage of that smart contract and gain access to the funds that are being stored within them. I'm giving you these tips because it'll help you better decipher which platforms are designed so that you take on more risk than is needed. All I'm trying to say here is don't be afraid to see the red flags. Don't let greed cloud your judgment. And as always, the tried and true, not your keys, not your crypto. I always appreciate it if you guys leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet already with that bell notification, and check out Crypto Tips on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/cryptotips, join that CT club and get yourself access to things like my crypto portfolio and also access to live free classes going over things like wallets for cryptocurrencies, things like how to spot a potentially profitable cryptocurrency, also how to boost your privacy both online generally and within this cryptocurrency space. I got a whole lot of content coming to you guys at the CT Club on Patreon, so I encourage you to check that out there. Patreon.com/CryptoTips. That's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. See you guys again very soon, going live Mondays as always, noon Eastern time with Toby, keeping you guys updated. So until then, see you soon.